In 2006, American movie classics was showing reruns of My Fair Lady. Then comes Charlie Collier and Mad Men, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, cable success. Now what? The pressure is on. Who will be the next Don Draper? Charlie Collier drinks scotch and mint juleps in the office during lunchtime. He is the president of AMC. Take us through this big decision, the scripts, just getting at these big blockbusters.
Well, a lot of what we were looking to do in 06 was make the transition that you just referred to, and it was really for us about finding product of distinction. You know, we looked to create premium television on basic cable, and when Mad Men's script came, it had actually been floating around for about 8 years. It was Matt Weiner's writing submission for his work on The Sopranos, and we saw it and thought it was just a terrific script.
It's interesting because I'm wondering about your audience. They're very different shows, yet they have all seemed to reach some level of critical success. Who are you targeting?
Well, it's a great point, because what we're looking to do is be eclectic by design. If you look at what the premium networks do, they've really done that. They to have Sex and the City and Sopranos next to each other, you wouldn't typically see that on ad-supported television. And we looked at it and said, not how do we make the broadest successes, but how do we super serve passionate audiences. So for Mad Men, it's a very different audience than Walking Dead, but they really do super serve who's at their core.
But at the same time, Breaking Bad, Mad Men, Walking Dead, they all have this kind of dark undertone. These are not uplifting stories, uplifting series. Tell me about how advertisers don't shy away from that the way they would on network television.
Well, I think so much in television has been a flight away from quality, and that when they see us, they see a flight toward quality, and they've supported it really well. You know, a lot of what makes the stories great are the characters. And I think the advertisers see that if you're engaged in these characters, you're engaged more in their advertising. Literally, there's been a lot of studies. Nielsen does an engagement study, and by far, we're one of the most engaging networks on television. And that, for the advertiser, is obviously a very good thing.
Barry Ritholtz is here from The Big Picture. Are you a Mad Men fan?
I am. I'm a few seasons behind catching up on DVD. But one of the things that you hinted at here, how much of this success for Mad Men and AMC and some of the other channels like FX with Louis and what have you, is just a failure of the major networks? They seem to have gone the lowest common denominator, the dumbest shows, the, you know, disrespecting the intelligence of the audience. Can you take some credit thanks to the silliness of ABC, NBC, and Fox and CBS?
I'd say we do different things. You know, I think FX has done a great job. Some other networks have done a great job. I think a lot of us in cable really know who we're serving. You know, we are not broadcasters almost by definition. In a way, we're narrowcasters. And so I get to, when we put on Breaking Bad, say, all right, well, who are we targeting and how do I support them? And the same thing with the Mad Men. You know, we are a movie network at our core still. And if you look, we'll take a movie last night like Aaron Brockovich and pair it with Mad Men. And it's a nice, you know, it's not a broadcast.
And we want to ask you before you go, because we're talking about the success of your big decision, Mad Men. Mad Men has only got 2 seasons left, and also Breaking Bad is ending. So what is going to be the next big thing?
Well, you know, we're constantly working about 18 months out. We have a show called Low Winter Sun, which is coming to be paired with Breaking Bad this summer. It's a great, gritty story. Like you said before, a little bit of the underbelly of Detroit. It really looks at not just Detroit needing second chances, but some characters who have made decisions that now they need that second chance as well. And today we start shooting a pilot in Virginia called Turn, about spies during the American Revolution.
The strategic thing that you need to do at AMC is about copyright. It's about arguing over contracts, about who owns what. What equity is AMC going to get in the programs you have now or in future programs to make it a longer-term strategy?
Well, in the business decisions we made to match the programming decisions are just that. We actually own The Walking Dead outright. So
you own the whole thing?
We do. We set up AMC.
That's sick.
It's been great. We set up AMC Studios.
I want to rip up the script. I think what you have done is absolutely profound. Scarlet, you see this in what you watch. Barry, you see this in what you watch. This is Daenerys over here. She watches Game of Thrones. Sorry, it's really evil network. But you people are changing how my kids watch TV. Well, how are the major networks going to react to this?
Well, I think, you know, they're constantly in development as well. And you're always sort of that one hit away from having that renewed relevance and then trying to build on it. For us, Mad Men was the first, and then we greenlit Breaking Bad and became a much more evolved network.
Are you going to be distributing the shows directly to viewers through streaming?
Well, we don't stream. We are a big believer in the cable ecosystem. So for us, that is a partnership that we foster. Actually, one of the reasons we went into original programming was truly to serve our partners and be distinct for the cable operator.
Do you have any preliminary numbers yet on last night's Mad Men
No,
premiere?
we don't. We'll get them actually in the coming minutes. We'll get locals and then nationals around noon.
Charlie Collier, thank you so
Thanks
much. Love to get you back.